Hey, how's it going, everyone? Shuirozen in here. Welcome back to day 47, I think, of me playing one day of Minecraft every day. This is just where I sit down and play for 20 minutes of gameplay, unedited, no thought put into what I'm going to do every day. And I just kind of journal, it's like an audio diary, an audio journal. And this just forces myself to kind of just take a step back and be present. Maybe talk about something that's on my heart and just take a break from all the outside noise and forget about work and life and stuff and relax for 20 minutes. Here we are. What's up, turtle? Yeah, so yesterday, kind of just did some kind of housekeeping stuff. Finished up the boat here. Got some really great comments and suggestions about what to do going forward. And I think this is going to be something we come back to, much like most things, when I can kind of gather up more resources. And I think today is going to be a little bit more resource gathering because I kind of need to get ready to start another project. I'm not sure what that project is going to be yet. Probably a pumpkin patch, probably over in here. And probably another portal somewhere. But I hope you're all having a great day. I'm having a really good day, honestly. I just noticed that one of my videos is at like 800 views. It's from a few days ago. I think I called it building without a plan or something like that. I don't know. And hey, 800 views is pretty cool. It's probably like my most well-performing video of since doing this daily thing, so it's not, I don't do this for the views, I don't pay attention to it, but I was getting like a lot of comments on that video, which made me just kind of like look, like still getting comments on that video like yesterday and today. So I was like, oh, like people are still checking out that video. That's really cool, but yeah, I kind of had something to talk about today. Oh, also, thank you for the feedback. I did end up getting an inventory sorting mod. I don't know. Kind of makes things a little bit easier to organize and stuff. So this button will organize whatever, like this one organizes this inventory, my inventory, and then this one organizes the chest. This one, let's say if I have some leaves and I want to move all of the leaves from this chest into this one, into my inventory, I click this button if it's already in there, and then I click this one and they go back. And then this one will move my entire inventory into the chest, and this one will move the chest into my inventory. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm glad you guys thought it was a good addition. It's going to make my life a lot easier, But yeah, I was just thinking, earlier I got off worked a decently long day, and then I hit up my brother, and we got some lunch together and stuff, and it was cool. It's pretty short. I don't live with him anymore, and he works full time. I work full time, right? Right now he's actually traveling for work, so he's gonna be leaving town like tomorrow. I work tomorrow, so I probably won't see him again until he leaves and he gets back on like Thursday or something. So he's gone for like a 4 or 5 days or something. It just got me thinking about like what matters most in life to me. What do I prioritize over anything else? What is a non-negotiable for me? What do I need to protect? And probably my first thought was spending time with my brother. And if you don't know, I've talked about it before, but we're twins. Not identical. Okay, there's no Shuirozen copy out there. But I know what you guys are saying too, like, oh, like, you have a girlfriend, what about that? It's like, okay, like, I live with her, I see her every day. I don't get to see my twin brother every day, so it's the time I get with him is really important to me. And it got me thinking about about last year, I started working, like, a lot more. I was getting, like, called in on my days off. I really didn't have days off, where work wasn't in my life. and I had such like an inconsistent schedule. They were working me like a dog, dude. It was rough. If you flash back to a year ago, last April, really. And it got to a point to where like my mental health was like really caving, and they noticed. I didn't say anything. You know, I didn't complain once. I didn't make any comments. I didn't ask for any help. I was just like working. And someone said something and realized, and they called me in for a meeting. I thought I was going to get fired, but they were like, dude, like, we need to give you a set day off. You have too much going on in your life. You're working too hard. You're killing yourself, right? What can we do for you? Like, we want to give you a set day off. What day do you get to see your girlfriend and your brother? And I'm like, well, they both have Mondays. Fun fact also, they work together, so that's really cool, you know. I was like, they're both off on Mondays. They're like, great, you will get Mondays off. I'm like, great, you know, that was a priority to me, getting to spend time with them, have a full day to hang out with them, you know. And since then, I got a promotion, and I'm like, I don't know, contractually obligated to work a very set schedule. There's no really variation within it or permitted for variation. And so I'm working Mondays now, right? So it's not a big deal because their schedules changed a little bit, and now they have like Tuesdays off or Wednesday, and I have Tuesday and Wednesday off, right? So I still get to prioritize spending time with them. Also, sorry if I sound a little stuffy. It's like crazy allergy season, and I guess maybe I do have allergies. I don't know. I've never had allergies before, but I'm a little stuffy right now, so I apologize. Promise I'm not sick again, dude. That was brutal. But, yeah, something I wish I learned and practiced at a younger age was figuring out what is a priority to you and what you want to protect, and being comfortable and confident enough to discuss that with someone to help you fulfill that, you know. I remember in high school when I first started getting like, I got like my first job and stuff, and I was really big into music, and I was like, music comes before everything else in my life. I understand that I want a job, I want to do whatever you want, but there are certain days that I won't be able to work because I have like gigs and stuff coming up. And they're like, great, we can make that happen. We see that that's important to you. We want to help you. And they ended up helping me out more because I helped them out a lot at like my first job. I remember they would call me in and be like, can you do this, can you do that, whatever, and I would just show up and do it. You know, it was a restaurant. My first job was at a restaurant, and that was a lot of fun, dude. But like it's a two-way street, you know. I didn't walk in saying like, this is my availability, this is my demands, this is what you're going to do for me for my schedule. No, it's not like that. I interview a lot of people that are like, here's what I can work for you. I'm like, okay, like, I appreciate that, thank you for giving me your availability, but 9 out of 10 people that I hire, it's based on like who has the best availability to fit like my needs, you know. So after like I earned their respect at my first job, I was like, hey, can you help me out? Like, Thursdays I have rehearsals. It would be really great if I didn't have to leave rehearsal early and rush to work. Can I maybe get like Thursdays off? And then once a month I have a gig on like Saturday nights or something. Can I get this off? And they're like, dude, you can have whatever you want because you have proven yourself, you know, to be loyal and a hard worker and all that stuff, right? So that is awesome. But, you know, now that I'm older, my priorities have shifted, you know. Back then it was maximizing my free time to, you know, get somewhere and be someone. Oh, look at this. It's thumbnail lighting. What do we take a picture of? Shucks, I don't know, man. Okay. Right, I was younger. I didn't have as many, you know, I don't know, needs, conflicts. concerns, right? Now that I'm older, right? Family comes before most everything, right? And you make those sacrifices. And spending time with my brother. They're like, my company knows, like, on my days off, I'm usually hanging out with him, trying to do something and stuff and whatnot. But yeah, like I wish at a younger age I realized what was like a priority in life for me, and what am I gonna do to make sure that I don't jeopardize it, And I made the sacrifice last year. I gave up a lot for my job, working like days and hours that like I really didn't want to, because it took away something from me, And sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you have no say, right? But don't give it up, Don't give it up. I think too many people are less fortunate than I am and have to make so many probably heartbreaking sacrifices just to get by their day-to-day life. And I'm lucky that I have stability in my life. I have family. I have a support system around me to where nothing can come into my life and, drastically affect me in any way, because I'm lucky. I'm fortunate to have family and, like I said, a support group and like a consistent job and, the means to feed myself every day, the means to get to work every day, the means to, pay bills and fill my car with gas whenever I need to, right? I'm lucky. I'm luckier than probably like 90% of people out there in the world, I'm richer than most. I made a video about that. I'm like the wealthiest man in the world because I got all these great things in my life, that some people don't have or never will have, right? And when you take a step back and think about it like that, it's like, dude, like, you're probably wealthier than you think, I guess it's kind of a similar topic to that video I made. A little bit of parkour to get into the door. Oh, nice. But my point is, so many people probably live their life making those sacrifices that they don't want to make but have to make and regret for the rest of their life. And I feel like if I could change one thing in the world, it would be so that no one has to sacrifice any of their well-being or values to live their day-to-day life. Everyone deserves the opportunity and chance to protect what values most to them and get the opportunity to, see that through. I could use some more fish. But the drown are getting me out too. Come here. Can someone explain to me, maybe in the comments? I've always just been curious about this. Sometimes when you kill a fish, right, you get a piece of bone meal. And why is that? Like, what does it represent, Is it just like the game was like, hey, like, Mojang's like, we want a way to give the player some bone meal. I know, when they kill fish, they'll get bone meal. Is it, like, represent something? Like a factual, real life thing? I don't know. I don't go fishing or eat fish. I don't like seafood. So I don't really know much about it. Even though I live in California, I don't like seafood. I know that's probably crazy to hear. But yeah, what does the bone meal mean? Is there a reason? Okay, I want to make sure I didn't drop any fish. Oh, 15. Man, we got 15 really quick. That's awesome. Oh, these ones. probably take down this campfire and that campfire. I know I kind of used it for like thumbnails and stuff, but it really doesn't fit the vibe anymore. Oops. But let me know if this topic resonated with you. Let me know in the comments if you feel totally don't have to share. But I would just love to hear if, like, you know, this resonated with you. What's your non-negotiable? What do you protect in your life? What's a priority to you? I know for a lot of people that I talk to in my Discord server, it's like making content, you know, or filling out their passion. You know, and yeah, I've talked about how I'm pretty big into music, and I've been playing with a lot of bands recently and doing some shows and entertainment, right? And at one point in time, that was my non-negotiable. I protected that, and it was the most important thing. But if I had to choose between that and, like, you know, getting a gig once a week or spending time with my brother once a week, no questions asked. I'd sell all my saxophones, give up all my music for the rest of my life just to make sure I got that time with my brother, you know? We're pretty close. It's probably so boring sitting here watching me cook this fish, but yeah, so I think the plan, I would love to, maybe tomorrow even, I can start the pumpkin patch in this area. That's pretty easy to do. And then I can begin looking at some, like, reference pictures probably for, like a pagoda. I think would look really good. Like, probably in here, do a little bit of terraforming, right? And maybe put the nether portal inside it. That's my plan. Also, thank you to all the comments. I had like a migraine the other day, and I learned that I probably need to increase my electrolytes, which is great. I didn't know that I needed to do that. But that's awesome. Oh, we got a full moon. When do you get the look at the Milky Way? When do you get the what's it called? Dude, why am I blanking? The Aurora Borealis. When does that come in here, you know? Maybe a nighttime. I haven't done a nighttime screenshot in a minute. All right. Maybe one under here, like looking up. Oh no, it's daylight. Oh, the video's gonna end soon then. Oh, I just wanted to get a good screenshot of like the Milky Way. What I had this on 80. Someone also, is there a mod that, like, what's the mod that all the YouTubers use for like taking screenshots? You know, where it's like kind of like I don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of wing it. I use like the shoulder surfing mod because it kind of does that, you know, and maybe mess with my FOV sometimes. But I don't feel like that's the most effective. You know, is there a way anyone have any advice on how I could take probably some like better screenshots? I'd really appreciate that. But oops, wrong button. There we go. Nice. Oh, and that tree grew. I don't know what I'm gonna make I probably got to do some more deep slate mining. Yeah. You can go in there. Wood can go in here. Organize that for me. Oh, you go in. There, perfect. And then there's this is just like kind of junk stuff. Yeah, that made the organizing the chests. Man, that made it super easy. That's awesome. This is this is fantastic. I think the mod I installed is called shucks, client sort. If you're interested, shout out to them, the mod developer, for that. But thank you all so much for joining me here today on day 47, I think it is. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow.